Tonight, from Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee,
the battle for the Lamar Hunt begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
Let's face it, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie free agent or a 15-year vet. Guiding a team to victory on the road in the playoffs, that's no small feat. And it's going to be really important for him to play mistake-free football. But equally important, create some big plays as well to give his team confidence that they can win.
The drive will start with an option going left. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Now it's 2nd and 9. To throw is Jackson. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it's 2nd down. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Dobbins. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
Really something about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines, the defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team Yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
Here comes the Tennessee offense, and you see Ryan Tannehill leading them out.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing, and now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose, or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart, but make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
The run there on first down gets him a yard to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Henry again on second down. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. To throw is Tannehill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. I guess you could say they're kind of fortunate to be in the position that they're in, able to host as a division champ, because it's really one of the weakest divisions in the NFL.
And there's often the discussion every time, right, that fourth seed, should they actually be hosting? Because sometimes it turns out that division winner has a lesser record than wild card teams that get in, and some people think that'd be a more fair way of doing things. But I got to tell you, I personally like it. The winning a division title, I don't care what the division, how it's ranked, it still means something to me, and I like the fact that they get the host.
I think that that's the reason you have the divisions. If you didn't, just stack them all up and take the best 6 records. But there's a division for a reason. The champion hosts the first round.
And the first rule of thumb in building a team, build a team to win your division. Beat those teams first, then you go from there.
Very nicely done there on the reception, and what an impact this rookie made on this offense, Charles, in the regular season.
Yeah, he's a big part of why they are where they are. He stepped into an important role, embraced it, and in a lot of ways expanded it, and immediately made a connection with his quarterback.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Throwing again on second down. Tannehill got his man complete over the middle. That's Phillips. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To the air again, Tannehill. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Tyus Bowser, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. On now is the Titans punter, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. They'll send this up into the Nashville skyline, and it's a good one. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And it'll be Titan football.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at the 20.
He'll start with a give to Henry.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Tannehill now to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Phillips. And he will have a Titans first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And this is going to be a Titans first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
The score after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, it's Henry.
And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Tannehill. And this is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Tyus Bowser. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
On now is the Titans punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taking it about the 16.
Good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return.
And the Ravens, they'll take over.
This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
From the gun, it's Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
12 more yards there and another first down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Beckham.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 17-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Again, it's OBJ, back-to-back catches. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Again, Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. Touchdown. Mark Andrews. An 11-yard touchdown. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, He knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Tucker now to add the point after. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it to 26.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. On first down, it's Tannehill. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Tyus Bowser able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 15. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Now an option play on second down.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
And we'll go right back to Andrews. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 45-yard line. Instead of a 3rd-and-1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And Jackson throwing once more. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Flowers. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. It's caught. Beckham. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Now Jackson on 1st down. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And cue the applause, and there it is for him. The mark he's been aiming for all season long. 1,000 yards. Just the 3rd quarterback to reach that milestone, joining Lamar Jackson and Michael Vick. That's a season's worth of work and a huge commitment to get him the touches that he needed to make that happen. Congratulations.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Jackson now, out to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Now, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out come the Titans now. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Third and 2, Tannehill. He finds his man, complete. It's Phillips. And he will have a Titans first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Tannehill. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. Fresh off the pick 6, it's Tannehill. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A very solid gain of 27.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now on 2nd and 13, Tannehill. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. The last of our 3 games on this Sunday. One more to follow tomorrow night as we wrap up a very exciting 3 days of Super Wild Card Weekend. But first, let's take a look back to yesterday's AFC Wild Card game. And it was the LA Chargers who will continue on in the playoffs as they were able to eliminate the Cincinnati Bengals. As for our game, it has been very one-sided in that first half. But you can't take anything for granted in playoff football. As we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
right, Coach. Thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And able to get this out to the 25. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
On now is the Titans punter, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And this will be taken at the 13. A good return there, 17 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Jackson. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Flowers. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Jackson firing quickly out wide for Bateman. And they'll work this down inside the 30. From the 29, Jackson got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle and friendly partner. It's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fade.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. And Jackson going to run again. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Jackson. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season, and that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here. And that one, it backfired in a big way.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And that is incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Tannehill. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Fielded at the 20. 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Jackson. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. And boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle's going to leave him about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he called it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch, and now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Henry up the middle. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
51 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's... And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Henry running right. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. 3rd and long, it's Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it. But it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
On now is the Titans punter, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins.
And some room to maneuver.
And he's going to have a Ravens 1st down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. right back to Dobbins on first.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Another run here with Dobbins.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Jackson. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Here's Tannehill. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Tannehill.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Here's Tannehill. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Tannehill throwing again. And incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
56. Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Dobbins running out of the gun.
And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
68 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
I know we're in the era of wide open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here's Jackson to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And it's caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins from 8 yards out. And the Ravens continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the fourth.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel, make sure they get their security deposit back.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter and a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Tannehill. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. That's taken on the 25. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And it's looking like they are going to get the victory here, and it will not be one and done in these playoffs. Of course, you remember the disappointment of 12 months ago, and they're trying to erase that memory right now. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 79 yards on the ground here for Dobbins, and a 1st down coming up. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Dobbins. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Well, that's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he'll be brought down at the 27. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. Edwards now on 1st and 10. He'll take it inside the 25.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll go again with Dobbins. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Second down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.